Hey guys, my name is Ryan and welcome back to Overwatch Central. Today I am joined by Mysca as per usual to discuss the classic shooter hero in Overwatch, Soldier 76. We'll be covering the usual things that we go over in our gameplay analysis videos, including strengths, weaknesses, playstyle, his ultimate and much more. Before we properly kick off, we would just like to thank you guys for all of the support on the launch of the mailbox. We really appreciate you guys leaving comments since YouTube is an interactive platform after all, and we want to keep in touch with all of you, and the mailbox allows us to do that while still creating Overwatch related content. But let's get back on track for this video. So Mysca, Soldier 76 has always been labelled as the hero for Call of Duty players and other games like it. So let's start off by going over what are his strengths, because overall I think that we feel that there's a little bit more to him than what people are giving him credit for.
Soldier 76's abilities are easy to grasp and make good use of. His kit might seem very simple, but like with most games, it's all about using the tools and abilities you've been given as efficiently as possible. Let's start off with the strengths then, beginning with the AoE heal. An offense hero with a heal is naturally quite strong. The only two with actual healing abilities, not counting Tracer's recall, are Reaper and Soldier 76. Reaper, however, can only self-heal, so an AoE heal on an offense hero is definitely worth a fair bit here. Along with the support heroes on your team, you'll have great sustain that will allow your team to stay in a fight rather than having to back out and look for a heal pickup around the map. Making sure to let your team know when you're going to drop a heal is important though, so you can use it to its full extent since it's only active for 5 seconds. Combine this with bringing up a projected shield like Winston's or Reinhardt's, and you have a great timeout and fast heal that you can use mid-fight. Continuing on the strengths, I want to talk about the sprint ability. Soldier's sprint is yet another reason as to why he's picked up quite a lot. Movement abilities in Overwatch are generally very strong, and even though this one isn't a burst of quick movement like Winston's jump or Genji's swift strike, it doesn't ever go on cooldown. You can use sprint whenever you like, for as long as you'd like. Using sprint to quickly get around an enemy at close range forces them to turn around and face you. If that target is already under fire by your team, they will need to retreat or take damage from 2 directions, meaning that it's a fairly easy kill. So not only is Soldier 76 good at staying with his team and providing a good source of damage, but he can also flank with ease.
Yeah, I'd agree that Soldier 76 most of the time is a pretty solid pick, especially because he works well with so many different lineups and also other offensive heroes. But every hero has their weaknesses, so I wondered what you thought Soldier 76's were, and why do you think he's not been picked in many tournaments overall like Farah McCree are? Because we rarely see him.
When sprinting you're fairly exposed. You should almost never run directly towards an enemy since you can't actually shoot when you're sprinting. The use of sprint needs to be limited because of this, so think before you start running. Moving on, he isn't really picked as much as other offense heroes because of his inability to deal high burst damage repeatedly. When being shot by Soldier 76, you're given a higher amount of reaction time than when you're just getting 2 hit by a couple of McCree headshots. This small amount of extra time that it takes for Soldier 76 to kill heroes is often enough for them to get away, so make the bullets count and aim for the head. The Helix rockets can only help you every 8th second, which is a lot less than it might sound. Overwatch is very fast paced, so bursts of high damage and good mobility is key for survival and success.
So let's top this video off with talking about his ultimate for a bit. For those that don't know, Soldier 76's ultimate is basically he's given an aimbot for 6 seconds, which obviously you can tell is strong. But is it really that strong, Mysca? And when should you be using it to be as effective as possible?
The tactical visor or aimbot should generally not be used on medium to long range. The last thing you want is people getting into cover during your ult since you don't have enough time to chase after them. Usually it's good to use when the enemy are forced forwards towards you, or even better when flanking. If you see most of the enemy team before they see you, you can probably guess where they are going to try and hide when they hear your ult going off. Position yourself accordingly and you should pick up at least 2 to 3 kills, hopefully more. I also thought that I'd add that in my opinion Soldier 76 is one of the most balanced heroes in Overwatch. But similar to newer players' opinion about Torbjorn's and Bastion's ultimate, Soldier 76's ultimate can seem OP at first. This really isn't the case though. I feel like there's always a way to deal with the 76. Just find cover and make sure you keep track of where he is positioned.
And that's Soldier 76, thanks Mysca, and thank you guys for watching. As we said at the start of the video, we have started a new series which is basically a Q&A series. So if you do have any questions about Soldier 76, other heroes, other stuff in Overwatch, then do feel free to ask and we might use them for our next video. Also, we want to ask you a question. What do you think of Soldier 76? If you had free reign to change him, what would you change? And overall, do you think you'd be spending much time playing him? Be sure to click the like button whilst you mull over your answer, and we will see you next time. Take care.